Hey guys, Brian Elfman here, and welcome to another layout update video. And as you can see, I've laid quite a bit of cork down. This just curves being a pain for me for some reason, but I've already got all the mainline on these two boards done. I still need to do everything on that board. I'm gonna get this board done first though, before I do that board, just because I'm waiting for my other bridge to come in, and I kind of want to make sure that I have it lined up properly before I do anything. So as you can see here, I'm making a yard. Now, trying to make them roughly all the same length. This one's going to be shorter than the rest just because making it that little bit longer. Or I guess I could use FlexiTrack. I'll just use FlexiTrack for that, I guess. Same here, like, this one I'll probably swap to FlexiTrack to be a little longer. These two will be FlexiTrack. These are just to represent, in my mind, until I'm done. I'm also going to get a turntable, probably just a simple manual one, because I don't really need a fancy one. That'll go right here. And then here will just be, like, field and that kind of thing. But yeah, so, and then you see that down there, there's a little... This is obviously the shed here. I put these two back inside. I've now got a point motor on the underside for this guy, so in fact I need to clip this off. But so this one's done. This guy here will get his own powered point motor eventually. But I actually prefer the above ones. I know they don't look as good, but frankly for me, I am cursed when it comes to wires and that breaking. So I'd rather these wires run down underneath here through a little hole, come out here. That way if something fails, I can see either end if it's broken off. I'm not trying to, pick up the layout, work underneath it, because obviously that's kind of hard when it's on a surface like this. But now this siding here is going to be specifically for a shunter. So an SW1200, for example, might sit here, or a GP9, you know what I mean, like GP7 or whatever, something will sit here. Now every single siding oh, this popped off. There. Every single siding at the very end is going to have wires. So these ones, all those ones, the two in the shed will eventually have wires. So you may notice in videos after this, even if I haven't done any wiring yet, because I'm going to do everything before I do the wiring, I'm going to leave the last pieces of track unnailed. I will have the cork underneath still, but I will have the track itself not nailed down to the cork, or pinned with the little track pins, just to give me that little bit of, space to take it off easily, solder it, drill little tiny holes, feed them through, do that kind of thing. Now, for those wondering how I'm going to attach all this to one line, I'm not 100% sure how to do the wiring. Now, again, like this half and that, like this board and that board can be pulled apart, so I'd probably just pull it apart, put it on its side, wire it, that kind of thing. This curve here is just temporary until I have to quickly figure out how big the turntable is. But obviously those will not be crossing crossing this line. I will make cuts and then have fish plates attaching them, so they're easily detachable. And then yeah, nothing's new over here. As you can see here, with this point, it was a pain to get on. And I mean a literal pain. So these might not look exactly the same. They look a little different than the last time you saw them. But that's just because I've got some... I struggled to do this last thing in this morning. It took me over an hour to get it in. Because you have to cut through the foam, and then you have to line it up properly, and it's a royal pain. But yeah, as you can see here, for the most part, though, the layout is coming along really nicely. The yard is going to have, for example, maybe these coaches, or any of those coaches, or any of these coaches, maybe on the first two, or the first two or three, and then freight cars on, well, actually probably on these two, and then freight cars will be here. It won't be major, but that's because, whatever that industry is will have freight cars of its kind along there, whether they be tankers or hoppers or blah, 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 blah. It needs what's going there is whatever those freight cars will be. And then the same goes for this little industry, which I suspect this little industry may even just be a warehouse, and just having like a few box cars sitting on this line, or maybe a little grain elevator. Not too sure yet. But thank you for watching this update video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Oh, and this is just temporary. This piece will not be here in the end. That's why this piece is sitting beside it. When I go to put cork down, I'll pull it off. This was just for testing purposes. That one was also for testing purposes as well. So I'll be pulling them both off and replacing them in a little bit. In fact, wait, is this one? I have a few pieces of track that are bent like that, but that should be, well, that should be good enough to go there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all in the next video.